Fuck's going on? We live? Go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first episode of Ground Zero for Season 2 with a brand new arena and one hell of a match card to start it off, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Forrest Walpole, commentator for Apex Wrestling, alongside my broadcast partner, Tony Sparacio.
A man that doesn't get told when we're live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to actually have a good performance as your color commentator, here to start off the first episode of the first season of Ground Zero.
And with that, we are live in the Tucson Convention Center here in Tucson, Arizona, and what a match card we have for tonight. As always, if you want to know what the match card is, they are in the description down below. And what a way to get things started for Ground Zero, Episode 1 of Season 2. Franco Luvetta versus the Intercontinental Champion, Blake Adams.
Yes, Franco making his return to Apex Wrestling. First time in so long. Former #1 contender for the Apex World Champion and just a fucking sweetheart to be around. Here to make an impact, no pun intended, back on Apex Wrestling by, in a non-title match, we should say, defeat Blake Adams. But Blake Adams will put up a fight. He definitely will.
Oh yes, indeed. That is the case. I'm talking like you right now, but at the end of the day, this match is going to be, in my opinion, one of the good ones that we'll have here tonight. But at the end of the day, we'll see what happens. As Franco Luvetta looks to try to make a bounce back, because last season was a bit of a mixed bag for him. But as the season ended, he was starting to get on a roll. Let's see if he can get on that roll going into Season 2.
I mean, you said one of the grades. This is the card, the perfect card to start off Ground Zero. All matches must see, and we're going to start with those must see cards right now.
Making his way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 198 pounds, Franco.
Well, Franco Luvetta making his way to the ring. Very excited to be here in Tucson, Arizona, as we look to see what is going to happen here tonight between Franco Luvetta and Blake Adams. And truthfully, as underwhelming as this may look like, I'm actually excited to see what happens in this match.
Why would you be unenthused? This match is going to be amazing. We have the in-ring return of Franco Luvetta and the Intercontinental Champion Blake Adams. This is a must-see match.
You're right. You're absolutely 100% right. This is going to be a good one for Franco Luvetta. It would be a great way for him to get rolling with Season 2 by beating the Intercontinental Champion of Apex Wrestling. And let's not forget, Blake Adams actually defeated a man that not very many would view as the loser of his match with the Intercontinental title, and that was Kirk Carter. And after chasing the gold, that would just lead him down the road to go on to lose to Matt Matthews for the world title.
15 pounds, the All-Star Intercontinental Champion, Youngblood Blake Adams.
I don't like interrupting our ring announcer. That's why I stopped there. But as I was saying, speaking of Matt Matthews, he is ready to compete here tonight in a one-on-one matchup with a man that he has faced. I cannot count how many times in Apex Wrestling, Lance Romance. But knowing how those two are, no matter the winner or loser, they have both managed to put on one hell of a match every single time.
Yep, but that's later, and this is now. And now is the time to see whether Kurt Carter is just like the rest of the former Intercontinental champions, or if he's a ladder above the rest. Because if you've noticed, when somebody gains the Intercontinental champion, their first singles match is always a loss.
That's true. And
if you've seen Kurt Carter, he lost his first match against Austin Collins. Can Franco do the same thing with Blake Adams, as he's already dominating Adams in the opening minutes of this contest?
Well, as soon as you said that, as we always have it to where we always say somebody's dominating, but then as soon as we say it, the other guy dominates. But Franco Luvetta is not a man, win or lose. He is not one to back down. He is going to do whatever he can to beat his opponent. And you got to respect that. Even when you're not a wrestler, you have to respect that from this man.
Yep, it's not all about the size and the dog. It's the
saying
not
is
about the dog
it's not
about the fight and the dog.
Yeah, exactly. It's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight and the dog, or something like that. Yeah. Well, either way, that these two are already going back and forth with each other. They both want to win this match. Franco wants to keep up with what's been done with the Intercontinental champions in the past, while Blake Adams wants to break that streak tonight.
Yep, and honestly, the Intercontinental champion, in my opinion, has been the must-see title to see in Apex Wrestling. So much twists and turns, dominant champions, shock victories. The Intercontinental champion has been one of the greatest titles that we have had in Apex Wrestling.
You're not wrong. I actually agree with that. As much as the world title has been going non-stop over and over again, it's had its fair share of predictability, regardless of who we're talking about here. There were a few of them. But here for the Intercontinental title, it is... Oh my god! What the fuck? Blake Adams is completely... What the hell is he going for?
Well, Blake Adams definitely overshot that elbow.
Oh my god!
Definitely say that.
I hope that elbow is not broken because of his stupidity on that one. And that's all we're going to say about it. Hopefully he'll learn not to fuck up like that again the rest of this match. But anyway, as I was saying, the world title may have had its history, as I was saying, the Intercontinental title has its fair share of unpredictable moments, as well as moments that the crowd was completely 100% cheering, going crazy over. The world title may not be that same way, but we do have a champion that actually lived up to that actually did something that nobody thought he would do, and that was go for the world title. Not even a whole year into his wrestling career, regardless of where he's been. But now he's got a big chip on his shoulder. Just like Blake Adams, they both got a big chip on their shoulder. They both won their first title matches. You know, the first title opportunities they've gotten, they won. Now they need to show that they have earned that victory.
Yep, by going up against some of the biggest names we have here in Apex Wrestling. The returning Franco and the dominant Lance Romance.
Franco Luvetta measuring not Luvetta. Blake Adams going in the corner to DDT. Going for the cover. And just like that, Blake Adams has broken the Intercontinental Champion streak of losses.
Yep, we're just going to have to wait and see if he can keep this train rolling, if he can be as much of a dominant champion as Tamura was, or if he's going to be on the same lower level as Kurt Carter, who always put that Intercontinental Champion on the back burner with looking towards the World Champion. I don't think Blake Adams cares about that World Champion. I think he is content as being the workhorse of Apex Wrestling.
Yes, indeed, and as you just said, a very good amount of respect between these two men. They gave it their all, and Franco, being the good sport that he is, raised his hand in victory like the true sportsman that he is. That has automatically gotten my respect, and I think it should have gotten yours as well.
Of course, but remember, unbiased commentary. With all that being said, let's get to the next match.
And speaking of the next match, we got one very interesting matches. One match that I'm actually looking forward to, as we have a debuting wrestler, Brinstin, taking on a man that we have seen time and time again in Apex Wrestling, Brandon Murphy. What do you got to say about this? You've seen Brinstin. What are your thoughts on this young man?
So, this might be Brinstin's Apex debut, but this isn't the first time he's been on this channel, if I'm correct. Back in 2K16, partnered up with his trainer, his mentor, Riley Wolf, to be in your universe mode. And, yeah, like I said, the protege of the current general manager of Apex Ground Zero, Riley Wolf, finally getting an opportunity to jump out of his mentor's shadow and into the limelight by taking on one of his mentor's former enemies, Brandon Murphy, who has gotten such a different look on life because of just being looked over, and he's just gotten a new mean streak to him, I think. And I don't think he's going to let up with Brinstin, knowing that that's Riley's boy.
Yep, we'll see how Brinstin does on his own. He has had his mentor show him the ways of wrestling. Let's see how he does with one of Apex's more interesting characters, with Brandon Murphy, a man that some have respect for, others not so much.
He's a very divisive figure, I must say.
Weighing in at 198 pounds, Brian Steve.
Well, Brinstin, this is going to be a good matchup here to showcase his talents, because Brandon Murphy, he's actually been one of Apex's more successful wrestlers as far as win-losses go, but not when it comes to championship gold.
Yeah, unfortunately, Murphy, he's always been quite successful in the ring, but like his stop-start career has really left him like to keep out of the title picture, unfortunately. Sometimes just attitude just will keep you away from what you want.
And there he is, Brandon Murphy, who as we just said, is a man that has been a bit successful in Apex Wrestling, but throughout Season 1, he has come close to gaining championship gold, at least on one occasion, but he has not been able to get any gold, and we'll see if his new attitude gets him anything for Season 2.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's been that attitude, that old attitude where he just thought he knew everything and didn't listen to his elders, that got him where he was. The fact that, like, he just was untamable. Now, like, he's using that as an advantage, really showing off more, but picking his fights wisely, and he will always try to pick a fight with his general manager, because he just hates his guts.
That's true, very, very true. And now, Brandon Murphy has Brinstin in the corner. And a nice clean break But don't let that get to your head. Just because Brandon Murphy did a nice clean break there. Nice drop kick by Brinstin. But that doesn't mean Brandon Murphy is not going to sink low to get the victory. Nice clothesline there by him as well, speaking of Murphy.
I definitely think Murphy will try to stoop pretty low when looking at the man across his screen.
Roll up cover! Quick out of one though, not enough. Murphy may not be the type to get a championship belt, but at the same time, don't expect him to quit that easily. He is going to do whatever he can to get out of pins, to beat the crap out of his opponent, and get the victory.
See, with roll-ups, though, you could be the freshest man in the world and lose to a roll-up because of that shock. You're like, wait a minute, I'm in a pin right now? How am I getting out of this? It's definitely just shock. That's why roll-ups work most of the time.
That's true. And now Brinstin with a nice Northern Lights suplex. But now Brandon Murphy looks to get back in control. Ducks underneath him. Brinstin misses a clothesline and gets a Pele kick counter.
Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, going for a leg hold right here is Murphy. But Brinstin is too healthy as far as his legs go to even warrant to even get tapping out there. Even though he actually came pretty close to the ropes, he wasn't able to grab him to get that rope break.
Yeah, Brinstin was taught in a way. I know this because I've spoken with Riley Wolf a lot about Brinstin. He was taught in the art of countering. You could throw anything at Brinstin and he will be able to counter it.
And he's actually been showing it this whole matchup. And right now, elbow right to the face. You could hear that elbow. Damn.
He also taught him how to just go stiff as hell with his shots.
Oh, that is so Riley Wolf. He's actually been pretty stiff himself. And look at this nice combo moves by Brinstin as he looks to get back into it. And now he's measuring Murphy. Brinstin kicks him in the midsection. Oh no! Oh no! Here it is! The Vertebreaker! The Vertebreaker just about damn near broke Brandon Murphy's neck. Cover! Oh, and a kick out at 2.5. How did Brandon Murphy kick out?
Instinct! It was all instinct! That had to have been all instinct.
Man, Brinstin now, he's got to stay on Brandon Murphy. He cannot let him get any kind of advantage over him at all. Because usually after a first finisher, you got to build up to get your second finisher going. But at the same time, you got to watch your opponent. You got to try to dodge everything he throws at you. And look at Brinstin now. Oh! A pedigree turning into a nice backbreaker. Nice transaction for Brinstin there with that whole setup there. That was a very nice transition, if I ever do say so myself.
Yeah, it's all about learning from your mentor, taking what you've learned from him, and putting your own twist on it. Riley Wolf's finisher is the pedigree, so Brinstin would think, let's see what I can do with that.
And Murphy went for a cover after a pump handle Olympic slam, I'm guessing that's what it was. And now Murphy going for a pile driver. A sit-out tombstone pile driver.
These two do not care for each other's necks, it seems.
Oh, cover. Oh, kick out at 2.9.
Again, that has to be straight up instinct. When you get knocked on your head like that, you are dazed. You are absolutely dazed.
Oh, roll up. Oh, and a one count. Murphy, though, was not able to hold on to it. That's why he had to let it go.
It was definitely his bridge that wasn't as optimized, unfortunately.
Oh. Oh, man. These two going back and forth with each other. Brinstin, though, trying to keep things going for him. He wants to get his first victory in Apex Wrestling, But at the same time, Murphy does not want to have this rookie, as he would call him, to beat his ass here tonight. And they both, oh my God, Brinstin actually mocked Brandon Murphy doing that move.
Going tit for tat on each other.
Oh, nice elbow there from Brinstin. Oh, kicks in the leg, and then a super kick right to the jaw of Murphy. Cover, and Brinstin gets the victory.
Wow. Round of applause for that man. His first ever victory in Apex Wrestling. Coming from a former enemy of Riley Wolf. Riley must be so proud of him in the back.
Oh yeah, I can already see Riley looking to get some champagne going to celebrate.
Non-alcoholic, of course.
Okay, I over-exaggerated, but you know, sometimes an alcoholic beverage like champagne does call for a celebration, but they can do whatever they can drink whatever the hell they want. They can celebrate however they fucking want to do it, because at the end of the night, Brinstin is still going to be walking out of this arena the winner of this matchup.
Yep. Who knows? Maybe that might lead to possible future gold in the future. We're just going to have to wait and see.
Yeah, we will. Look at that bridge, though. That bridge, Murphy looked like he was trying to hold on, but he actually let go somehow.
It's the bridge that wasn't optimized. I think if he got a little further back on that bridge, he would have got that 3 count.
And it's probably that, well, it's been a good matchup here. It's been a good show thus far. 2 great matches to showcase to showcase 2 wrestlers' ability. This was a good matchup for Brinstin, and we'll see what happens if Riley Wolf decides to showcase his talents next week. We'll see who Riley Wolf puts him up against.
And the fun don't stop. We've got some tag team action next.
Yes, indeed. It is going to be Young AK and AR Slater, a.k.a. M.A.D., taking on, I know what the full name's supposed to be, but it's shortened. Going up against the Fallen Kingdom of Malcolm Black and Bruiser Brad. This is going to be a interesting matchup, to say the least.
Well, M.A.D is actually stands for Mutually Assured Destruction, because they don't care what they have to put on the line, how much of their body they have to sacrifice in that ring to destroy their other enemies. And they have a lot in front of them tonight with the current Monopoly briefcase holders, the Fallen Kingdom, and I'm getting word from Riley Wolf that the winner of this match will be getting something special. We don't know yet, and he's going to keep us updated as the match goes on.
Okay, that's gonna be fun to hear. But in the meantime, this looks like a one-sided affair. But don't let that fool you, because sometimes even the most one-sided matches may have the opposite winner. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at M.A.D's performance in the ladder match, though they lost, they put up one hell of a fight, throwing their bodies on the line. And maybe it was a little too much for that match, but maybe they find that right balance of throwing their bodies around to get that victory, to get that upset victory over 2 big lads in the Fallen Kingdom.
That's true, and I can already tell you from what I'm seeing, the Fallen Kingdom may look at these 2 young men as maybe a tag team to reckon with, but a tag team nonetheless. It's just going to be another day at the office, so to speak. And with that being said, this match is coming up next.
This is gonna take a while.
It may take a while, but hey, so a good while.
Well, at least here they are.
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 443 pounds, young A.K. and A.R. Slater, the Madness.
Oh, here they are, young AK and AR Slater, a tag team that I believe came so close, yet so far, to walk out as the new Apex Tag Team Champions. But with that performance, like you mentioned earlier, they did show that they are not a team to take lightly.
Definitely not. Young AK, not too unfamiliar with tag team action. His former partner no longer staying with Apex, unfortunately, so he had to reach through the bowels of hell to find this thing that is standing behind him. And he found someone that works perfectly with him, I think.
Yeah, I would say that because, hell, even, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Because even the tag team name of his last team that he was with was called the Unlikely Duo. Ironic little twist there, because they didn't really work out too well. They tried, we'll give them that. They tried, but they just couldn't get very much going for them.
Yeah, but with this, I think they're gonna go a long ways in the tag division.
Yeah, they both have this. Honestly, this might be a dangerous small man tag team. And I say small because they're not your big ass muscle bound dudes like Malcolm and Bruiser Brad are. They are muscle bound, of course, but in my book they try to use mentality while trying to show their ability in the ring. They want to psych their opponents out, but at the same time, they want to show that they can still fight a good fight.
They use a little skill called reckless abandonment, from what I've heard, where they throw their bodies out and see what happens.
And now here comes Malcolm Black. A very dangerous individual in my book. I've seen, regardless of where you see him wrestle, whether it's
First, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 237 pounds, Malcolm Black.
as I was saying, in singles competition and in tag team action, this man can fucking fight. They don't call him the War Chief for nothing.
Yeah, Malcolm, one of the most dangerous people I've ever had the pleasure of calling a match in Caw. I've unfortunately only I've only ever called his losing affairs, but Malcolm is quite the dangerous man.
So let's see what happens here with the Fallen Kingdom taking on this young and potentially upcoming tag team in M.A.D. But at the same time, experience is usually what wins in the end. But sometimes even the most experienced can make that one fatal mistake, and it would actually end in the other's favor.
Yeah, you also gotta keep in mind that Malcolm and Brad don't really team up as much anymore. like with outside of Apex Wrestling, it seems like that they've kind of drifted apart. Will they be able to keep on track and get their spark back in Apex? We'll just have to wait and see.
And there he is, the big man that is near 500 pounds. Dear Lord.
Partner from London, England.
Yep,
weighing
in
in
my
at
15
485
years of
pounds,
commentating professional
the
wrestling, I've
Bruiser,
never seen a
Brad
man like Bruiser Brad before.
It's like I said before, no matter how many times you call a big man's matches, that big man is still gonna look shocking as far, because as big man, small man tag teams do, the small man starts it off and the big man comes in when the times are tough for the small man.
It's like seeing the Empire State Building. No matter how many times you see it, you just marvel at the size of it. It's just like if the Empire State Building can throw things.
Nice little comparison there, I will admit. But now it's going to be...
We're good.
It's going to be... It's going to be... I see that menu because I know that's probably going to fuck it up anyway. But anyway, getting back on topic. So as you see, Young AK is starting out for M.A.D. while Malcolm Black, understandably, is going to be kicking things off for Fallen Kingdom.
Yep, AK, the veteran of the two in his tag team, has been wrestling since about 2015, only getting in COD about this time last year. But it is it still does mean, even though you don't wrestle on the big stage, doesn't mean you don't know how to wrestle. And Young AK knows how to wrestle in spades.
Yeah, hell, everybody here. We haven't seen much of AR Slater except for the tag team ladder match, the tag team title ladder match. Already. Here comes the big 500-pound potato sack. And when I say potato sack, I mean it's very heavy. The more potatoes you put in, I mean, hell, 500-pound potato sack, that fucking thing would be so goddamn heavy. It's not even funny. And trust me, I know, I've tried. It's hard as fuck to try to do that. But in any case, Bruiser Brad, oh man, oh dear Lord, I'm already feeling sorry for AK now. The fact that he's already got to put up with a big 500-pound man. Not even a shark would want to fuck with Bruiser Brad, for real.
He's definitely going to have to tag in AR Slater. Though he's not as big as Brad, he is the bigger of the two men. In about the 265 mark, and has a bit of beef on him, he'll be able to definitely hold his own against Brad a little better than AK. But AK does have the experience. So that's, I think, him slightly.
Oh man, and AK just got splashed in the corner. And there's a cover. Oh, just before a 2 count, AR Slater came in. And now Malcolm Black gonna make him pay for interrupting that pin. And AR Slater rolling out of the ring after Black hits him with a nice Hurricane Rana. And it's clearly showing which team is the more experienced here.
Yep, Brad just dominating right now.
Yeah, Brad dominating, just dominated AK, while Malcolm Black managed to keep AR Slater at bay. And now Brad's wondering, do I go for a corner move or do I tag in my partner? Is he standing right there in the corner? He's literally looking at Malcolm right now. Oh, he decided, oh, bear hug! Oh, that's not good. A 500-pound bear hug. AR Slater might want to go in there and help his partner, but Brad just decided
on fire right now.
Man, Brad just decided, fuck it. If you're not gonna tap, I'll just keep on dishing out more punishment on your ass.
Oh, on the back, too. Oh, my God.
Bruiser Brad now patiently waiting for AK to get back up, but instead he's gonna have his partner do some more work on him.
I would say that's a relief for young AK, but Malcolm is a sadistic motherfucker.
Oh! Uh-oh, and now Brad, look at the size comparison between Slater and Brad. And now Slater actually going to work on Brad. But now the referee telling them both to get back into your corners, boys. Oh man, both men want to tag in the other. That seems clear. But AK honestly needs to tag more than Malcolm Black does, and he gets the tag. Double super kick to Malcolm.
Beautiful. We're going to finally be able to see AR Slater in action in a proper match.
Oh, and Slater trying to go for a belly-to-belly, but Malcolm Black managed to hold on. But now it's going back and forth here. Brad wants Malcolm to make a tag already. I don't know if Brad's really concerned for his partner, or if he's trying to make this the Bruiser Brad show. Because this whole time we've seen very little of Malcolm Black in this matchup. Instead, it's just been all Bruiser Brad.
Again, it might be like both the big men of the team, but that's not saying much. Brad is over 500 pounds. He is a mountain of a man.
Yeah, he's just about twice. He's literally both the. Oh my God, the power! AR Slater with the damn power! Oh my God, and now Slater doing a suplex! Turns him over! Goes for it again! Turns him over, third time! Fisherman suplex on the last one, it looked like! The power!
I think he calls that 3 stages of hell.
Oh man, the power though! Going for the cover! But not enough to take Bruiser Brad down. But AR Slater, as you can see, is getting hype as a motherfucker.
He's not letting that let up. He's got to do his tag finish. They got to do the assisted goddamn 47, I think.
Oh man. Oh, nice uppercut though to Bruiser Brad. Now Malcolm Black wants tagged in. You can just barely see his concern for his partner. So Black wants tagged in right now. But we all know Slater and AK are going to do what they can to make sure that doesn't happen. And Slater going for a submission hold. But this is Bruiser Brad we're talking about here. 500-pound man is not that easy to get in any kind of submission hold unless it's something like that.
Surprisingly, AR Slater has been taking Bruiser Brad to town. In only his second ever match in Apex.
Oh, close. Oh, man, what a wicked clothesline for Brad. And now Brad going for a nice choke bomb. Oh,
I think
man.
the fun and games are over.
Yeah, Brad saying I'm done with this, and a super kick. Something you don't see a 500-pound man to do. A super kick right to AR Slater. Just about kicked him in the face, if not the jaw. Tied to Malcolm. What the fuck? What the fuck was Malcolm Brad, Bruiser Brad doing there?
Brad's a fucking weirdo.
Oh, what a boot! It's almost like a big boot, bicycle kick, or claymore kick. God damn, that was a wicked boot, though.
It's a bicycle!
Hey, I had one of the 3 right. Shut the fuck up. In any case, Black now trying to get in control of this matchup. Throws AR Slater into the barricade. Now refs on a count of 4. Oh, misses it. And now Brad gonna take A.R. Slater. Oh, serves him face first into the apron. Onto the apron, I should say. Takes it back on the ring, and now the action's back in the ring. And in comes Young AK. Oh, but he gets countered just as quickly as he came in by Malcolm Black.
Well, there goes all that momentum.
Oh, damn! What a nice rolling into a German suplex. Kick out of 2 by Young AK,
That's
though.
the Malcolm roll.
The Malcolm roll. I gotta remember that. But anyway. And now, Malcolm Black tags in Bruiser Brad, and now oh, this isn't gonna end well. And there it is, the double powerbomb just turned AK inside out.
Oh, that is awful.
Oh man. Look at my case. I've been on my case so many times. Shut up. Oh man, Young AK. Inverted DDT now. Uh-oh. Oh, AK actually managing to pick up Brad with that boot. And there it is. Now
Shot heard around the world.
Shot heard around the world. And now he's going to put an end to it. And there it is.
Goddamn 47!
Cover. I was about to say it as you did. And AK. Uh-oh. A.R. Slater getting in on the action. German suplex to Malcolm Black.
Oh, here we go. It's
and
mayhem!
And now, both teams feel the same way. And look at this. Outside the ring, Malcolm Black hit A.R. Slater with a jawjacker. Brad hit AK with his own move. And now Brad with a cover. Kick out of 2 by Malcolm. What the fuck? My young AK, my bad. I apologize for fucking that shit up. Oh, and again though. Getting squashed like a bug. Man, young AK is not doing too good right now. And there's a tag to Malcolm Black. Splash. Malcolm now. Oh, man, that's 700, 800 pounds crashing down on you behind that slam there from Malcolm Black with the assist of Bruiser Brad. And now once again it's back to square one as Young AK now has to deal with the Fallen Kingdom in a 2-on-1 situation.
Question is, will he be able to?
He's trying, I'll give him that, but it looks like he's going to have to try a lot harder than he has. And Malcolm's trying to figure out what he wants to do. Instead he goes to the cover and a dirty pin at that, but a kick out of 2 by AK. Black thought that was going to win, that's going to get him, but not too much, and there's a nice Samoan drop from Young AK. Now in this situation, if you're AK, what would you do? Keep on giving Malcolm the fight? Or, oh, I think he just answered my question. Go for the tag. And now
gotta keep quick tags in.
Yeah, now A.R. Slater better get his shots looking to go after a man that has been so successful. The A.R. Slater looks to embarrass Malcolm Black here in this matchup. And now Brad, fucking goddamn it, Malcolm Black top rope. Oh, but he misses the elbow. Well, he's gonna have
first elbow that a wrestler has missed tonight.
Oh man, Irish whip into the corner. Elbow from A.R. Slater. There's the bicycle kick.
He's got a bicycle.
God damn it. And now Malcolm has A.R. Slater in the corner. Turns him around. Going for snake eyes. And now Malcolm. Oh, I was going to say, was that a rope right there? Because I could just see A.R. Slater's foot underneath the bottom rope, just barely. And that's what the referee's thinking he's seeing too. Irish whips him into his corner. Does not go for the tag. Instead goes on the middle rope and punches him right in the face. And now Malcolm, top rope again, going for that elbow. This time he gets it. He gets all of it. Goes for the cover. Oh, and AK just barely managed to break the pin.
Just barely.
And now Malcolm, what's he trying to do here? Oh, he's going for the top rope again. This time, shooting star press.
Jesus.
Oh man,
Yeah,
Malcolm
big
is.
man like that, why?
And Malcolm is just taking it to A.R. Slater right now. And now going for the Malcolm roll. Cover.
That's gotta
And
be it.
again Malcolm gets broken up. Man. Oh
Not
man.
letting up.
Brian actually just shoulder tackled the crap out of young AK just now.
Probably
But A.R.
literally.
Slater going for, I believe it was the three nightmares.
With 3 stages of
The
hell.
3 stages of hell. Okay, cover though. Brad just stood there up until the 2 count was made, and now Slater gonna take it to Brad now.
Here we go.
Oh man, and now A.R. Slater tags in young AK. Both of the Fallen Kingdom are down. But now they're both just starting to get back up. Brad with a cover, or fucking Malcolm with a cover, god damn it. Kick out of 2 though. I already feel like Riley's gonna do a counter for every time I get the fucking names wrong. Cause it's known for that type of shit on my end, Jesus. What the fuck?
Oh my god!
Jesus. Man, dude, that was a hell of a...
Descent within the fallen kingdom?
Oh man, that's not good. I even was thinking in my head earlier, as much as you were saying how successful they are, we both pondered if what happened what's going on between them would lead to a potential falling out. And it may just did, as M.A.D. gets the victory after Malcolm Black completely hits his partner.
And M.A.D., what an amazing contest.
That was a very back and forth tag team matchup we just witnessed. And I am proud to say that this would honestly go down as actually I would believe one of AK's better matches, singles or tag team.
Here are your
Yeah, it's probably up there with his Apex World title match against K-Dog.
and A.R. Slater, the Madness.
Well, young AK and A.R. Slater, they just beat the Money in the Bank holders. So we'll see where this gets them after beating a...
I think I'm getting something in my earpiece right now. It is from Riley Wolf directly.
What?
He's talking about if they are known to beat big men, well, they're gonna get some big men next week as they face the debuting Weapons of Mass Destruction.
Oh, damn! Oh, shit!
So they got a big plate across there. They got a lot across their plate coming next week.
Oh, son of a bitch. Damn.
But that's next week, and right now we get ready for this match. Eva Cyanide versus Ruby Rebel.
Oh man, dude, I've actually been excited about this matchup, namely with the fact that Eva, I'm fucking up on the names. I can't help it. I don't know why, but with Eva Cyanide ready to step in the ring, as far as a one-on-one match goes, she's going up against Ruby Rebel, 1/3 of the Undisputed Elite. So we'll see what happens here if Eva Cyanide could beat Ruby Rebel here tonight. My guess is she might be catching the ire of the Undisputed Elite if she wins here tonight. We'll see what happens here.
Yep. Yeah, Eva looking to be one of the breakout stars of Apex Wrestling's new breed. And she's going to look by taking down one of the old guard, Ruby Rebel.
And now with that being said, it's time for Cyanide versus Rebel, one-on-one now.
Making her way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the Brawler, Ivy.
Eva Cyanide. This woman is one of many women who I believe can make this crowd, any kind of crowd, go absolutely batshit crazy every time she sets foot in that ring.
Yeah, Eva, one scary individual, one of the most dominant women outside of Apex Wrestling, is finally here to make an impact, no pun intended, here in Apex Wrestling.
Eva Cyanide's managed to do that in God knows how many places she's been in. Let's see if she can add Apex Wrestling to that list. And a good way to get things started is by taking on one of Apex's more dominant groups in this promotion, and that is Undisputed Elite. And the first person to come out of that ring is going to be Ruby Rebel. Let's see what happens here between these two women. Some people view Eva Cyanide is going to win. Others think that Ruby Rebel might actually come out with a big ass upset.
We'll have to see. She probably one of the weakest of all of the Undisputed Elite. Has a big disadvantage coming up against Eva. Eva, again, never needed really anybody. Always was around people in factions and relationships, but never really needed it to come out on top. She's always relied on herself to get the victory, whereas Ruby Rebel, not so much. Always relied on Suplex and Tori to really get that upper advantage.
So we're going to have to see how Ruby Rebel can do on her own against one of the most dominant women that the whole community has ever seen its whole damn life. Eva Cyanide going to work on Ruby Rebel, not giving her a chance at all to breathe. She is going to keep stomping away on her. So it's going to be a wonder if Ruby Rebel can get any kind of offense going against this woman. This woman of mass destruction, as I'd like to call her, if I was able to.
No relations to young AK Norm.
At all. No, that would be the tag team that may or may not be coming out, because he did call them the weapons of mass destruction.
What?
I don't know, whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just move on with this matchup here. This has just been a one-sided fight since the opening match, since the opening bell. This has been all Eva Cyanide. It has basically been a goddamn squash match since the match even started.
Has Ruby even gotten an ounce of offense?
She tried once, but she completely missed. Now she's trying to get into it.
But for how long?
Oh, crossface! Crossface on Eva. But Eva making her let go. Loosening Rebel's grip. And now it's Eva going for gets hit with a pump handle. The pump handle I know it's a pump handle move. I can't fucking remember the name of the goddamn variation of it. Okay, thank you. Now Eva though, then a side headlock takedown from Ruby Rebel. And went for the boot. Cyanide countered. Rebel though hits it with a clothesline, dodging Eva's move. Gonna show you now, Ruby Rebel's gonna try to make this a back and forth fight. Oh!
After the amount of damage she's taken in the early match, will she be able to?
She went for a nice move, but got a 1 count for her trouble. So she's got to do more than what she's done to get some form of, just to try to get that victory. Oh, and Eva, nice dodge into a nice hammer. Oh, nice double arm suplex, or dragon suplex as that would be called. Oh man, and a nice swinging neck breaker cover. Kick out of 2.
Wow.
Eva trying to Eva's now looking to end it here. But she's wondering how the hell she got a 2 count from that swinging neck breaker. And now she's going absolutely crazy right now. Just kicking, just kneeing the side of Ruby Rebel's head there. And now it's Eva, top rope, measuring Ruby Rebel.
He was absolutely relentless.
Oh man, that was one hell of a botch. She barely got him at the same time she missed and hit the ring.
I mean, it didn't connect all the way, unfortunately. Eva might go for it again. Maybe she won't.
Oh, she does, but again she misses. And now Ruby looking to take advantage. And for the second time, but for the first time with Ruby, there's the vertebreaker. Cover. Oh, kick out at 2.5.
You're gonna have to break every bone in Eva's body for her to stay down like that.
Oh man, I almost thought Ruby had that one. I say almost, because she's been trying her damnedest to get into it. But at the same time, Eva just manages to make a comeback every so often. And now Eva, top rope, gets her with the drop kick.
Picture perfect.
And now Eva, going for a super kick but completely missed. And now Ruby taking advantage. Oh my God, what a move! Cover! Kick on it too!
Oh my God.
Oh man. Rebels, you can hear, listen to this crowd. They are loving this. They are loving this match. Both women have been giving it their all since the start of the matchup. It started off slow for Rebel, and now look at her. She's trying to make one hell of a comeback here. Oh my God. Covered. Kick on it too again by Eva. Oh
Like I
man.
said, Eva's a woman that you're going to have to break every bone in her body for her to stay down.
Oh man. Oh man, I gotta wonder how much more can Ruby take out before she runs out of gas. But she's going for it again. Going for it one more time. Here it is. The Vertebreaker. That has to be it. Cover. And Ruby Rebel with the upset victory.
Wow. Insane on behalf of Ruby Rebel. But you gotta give it up for Eva. Ruby Rebel had to do everything to Eva to keep her down. I'd say, like, I'm not trying to be biased at all, but from what I've seen in that match, Eva, I would say, looks a lot better after tonight than Ruby Rebel has. Commending Ruby Rebel as well, but Eva took everything to keep her down.
Oh
and
man.
This is definitely not the last time we've seen Eva and the Undisputed Elite go at it.
Oh man, I can already wonder how the Undisputed Elite is going to be thinking of this victory. I wonder if they're going to send somebody else out there next week to face off against Eva Cyanide.
Here is your winner, the Rebel.
Or maybe she'll find some backup in some other way. Who knows?
But in the end, either way, in the end, Ruby Rebel with a big victory here tonight. I wonder if they're going to try to add insult to injury, I should say, for next week. We'll see what happens. But for now.
Yep. Speaking of big, we got a TK Rec match coming up. Let's go, baby!
Oh, wait. Wait a minute. What the fuck?
There's a glitch in the system. What the
hell?
What the hell is that? And why isn't TK up front? What? Wait, what?
What the hell is going on here?
Maybe a glitch in the graphics. I don't know. It's supposed to be K-Dog versus TK Rec. I was really looking forward to this match. TK was probably been buzzing for this because he has never beaten K-Dog before. Must have been buzzing for this, but like, what? What is? I don't know what's going on. There must be some kind of glitch in the system. I don't know who that is.
I have not a clue either. No, what the hell?
Getting something in my earpiece, but I'm not really understanding it. I don't know. Hold on. Again, like, TK and K-Dog go way back in Apex. Yes, Tim from production needs to be fired. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm getting word from Riley Wolf that Tim is being fired as we speak.
But who is this guy?
Can you hear him crying over the headset? Oh my god. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I could already hear Riley Wolf be like, "You're fired! Get out of here, Tim! You fucked up, man!
God,
Who the hell is this dude right here on the screen?"
What? I mean, let's get this match underway, I guess.
Yeah.
DK versus K-Dog. Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's just go. Let's just go.
We're going. We're going. Let's see what happens here.
Making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 220 pounds, K-Dog.
Well, K-Dog, I think he's a bit wondering himself. He may have the look of intent on his face, but at the same time, I'm thinking he's wondering who the hell his opponent is tonight. Whether it's TK or this new guy that just came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, K-Dog obviously turning a new leaf, no longer associated with Anarchy, looking to get some hope going in Apex as this lone wolf, I could say. Looking to get the hope back, possibly get back into the Apex World Championship position. Probably one of the most dominant champions we've ever had in Apex history, K-Dog. Two-time
world champion. This man, he was the first. He is the first Apex World Champion. Would lose it to Amari Williams, but win it back. Then lose it to Dylan Travis, and he's been trying his damnedest to get that belt ever since. Wait a minute, what?
And his opponent, accompanied by
the lights went out. I can't see.
TK
Why is TK in the background?
Rex. And from Harlem, New York.
Why isn't TK on his motorcycle?
230 pounds.
What
the voice
on right
J.D. Rex.
Well, this new guy apparently is got something to do with
the ring.
He's got something to do with TK, that's for sure. The ring announcer just said,
ahead of TK.
"Yeah, what the hell is going on here?" The ring announcer just announced his name, but that still don't mean we're still just confused as to who the hell this man is.
Yep. But like, he's in the ring. Maybe he wants to face K-Dog.
I guess it's an impromptu match at this point.
It looks like it.
I guess K-Dog decided, fuck it, you want to fight me? Come on, bitch.
Wait, I'm getting something in my earpiece. I think we figured out who this is. This is J.D. Rec.
Oh.
This is the first cousin of TK Rec, and has been trained by him and everything, and is looking to keep his cousin on top of Apex by keeping his cousin fresh for the matches he needs. He doesn't see K-Dog as a formidable opponent, so it looks like he's sicking his cousin on him.
Oh, damn. Well, that's a very interesting way of doing things. Hey, it's been done before, so I'm not really too surprised that TK would do this at all.
It is TK. For how big he is, he's that much of a coward. He's as much of a coward as he is big.
Oh man, but right now, this man, J.D. Rec, we're going to take it to K-Dog right now, going back and forth with them.
He really has been showing a lot so far. Like, taking it right to K-Dog at the beginning of the match.
Yeah, it's going for the cover. And a quick kind of one by this J.D. Rec. But K-Dog, I know K-Dog enough. I know he's thinking, you may be a new man, but that still won't mean I'm not going to prevent myself from kicking your ass.
Yeah. It seems like all night we've been having this old guard versus new guard kind of thing going.
Yeah.
It's kind of been a theme going on in this card so far tonight.
Yeah, it has. Oh, and JD Red actually got tied up, got toe tied on the, oh man, on the turnbuckle, and he just barely managed to, he just had K-Dog's neck, missed the bottom turnbuckle. And now JD Wreck measuring K-Dog. Go for the knee. Go for a knee. I don't know what he called it, but he goes for the knee. Covered a kick out of 2.
Single knee face buster.
Single knee face buster. But he kicked out of 2. But JD Wreck is not gonna stop from kicking K-Dog's ass at this point. He's actually making a the only two-time Apex World Champion his bitch right now.
You're very correct. And I'm not sure if this shows the skill and power of JD Wreck or how far K-Dog has fallen. I don't know.
It could be both at the same time, though. I'll have to see, but in the end of the day, these two men are trying to do their damnedest to get a victory here. K-Dog now going for a suplex, goes for a nice backbreaker, covered. Kick out at 2.
Yeah, look, JD is probably trying to get some very good impressions.
Oh,
on
the
his first time
moonsault!
in Apex.
Yeah, I agree with that. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Well, I didn't mean to talk over you. But I agree. I heard what you were saying while I was talking. I agree with what you're saying. But JD with a nice moonsault off the middle rope. And deep. Oh man, a blue thunder bomb from K-Dog.
White elegance on K-Dog.
And now K-Dog just staring down JD Wreck intently.
Still probably thinking, who the hell is this?
I'd say you're right. That JD Wreck. Oh! What a power bomb! But a rope break saves K-Dog. And now JD Wreck.
His cousin.
JD Wreck now. Go for the single knee face buster. Cover. No rope break this time. On a kick out at 2.9.
Wow.
K-Dog has still got some fire left in him. He went for a late drop, but somehow completely missed his target. And now JD Wreck. Oh my God, what a knee!
Seems like JD knows how to use these knees to his advantage.
Yeah, I agree with that now. K-Dog going for it. Oh man, a nice hammerlock. He just went for a move where JD got stuck on him. He went for like a hammerlock suplex doing so. Oh, what the fuck? That was a botch. Now JD going up top. JD now top rope. Oh, wait a minute! Oh! K-Dog caught him! K-Dog caught him! K-Dog with a pedigree!
Been hanging out with Riley a lot, taking his moves for granted.
And K-Dog gets the victory over this newcomer.
Valiant effort from JD Wreck, though. Definitely give it to both men.
Oh my God, that was a very good back and forth match, but in the end the experience is what got K-Dog the victory. JD Wreck went for a top rope move. K-Dog seen it coming, counted it into a pedigree, and got the 1-2-3 that way. Oh man, I thought that second knee right there from JD Wreck was enough, but K-Dog just barely managed to kick out at nearly before the 3. And now K-Dog has his eyes set again, laser focused on the world title once again. My God, oh my God, that camera shot with his eyes though, damn, that's a little bit creepy.
He might have his sights set on the world title, but I don't think this between him and TK is far from over.
Well, at the end of the night, though, K-Dog got the victory. And so, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost done with the show. We have
Semi-main event!
Semi-main event. We have another debuting wrestler, the One-Shot Kid, with Cody Hagen and Daniel Harris in this matchup.
Yep, the One-Shot Kid, a Aussie by trade, but immigrated to the U.S. to learn under such greats as the Amazing Red, Johnny Rods, Kurt Hawkins, and Riley Wolf as well, to hone his craft everywhere in the world, and is here in Apex Wrestling to show just how he is. Has interned under all of those men, and is here to make an impact.
Yeah, but let's not forget he's going up against 2 men that, win or loss record aside, they have experience in this ring. One-Shot Kid, he may have gained a little bit of experience, but we're going to see what he can bring to this table.
Yep. Daniel Harris, unfortunately falling off since Anarchy's downfall, and since dropping the golden persona, kind of growing a more natural look to him, and Cody Hagen going undrafted at some point, but now being signed to Ground Zero, is here to keep the pace going, I would say.
Yeah, we'll see what Cody Hagen can do. And with that said, let's get started.
Making his way to the ring from Brisbane, Australia, weighing in at 217 pounds, OSK.
Well, here he is, the One-Shot Kid. I haven't heard much about this young man, but if he's good enough to sign with Apex Wrestling, he's got to have some redeeming qualities to him.
Yep, has only ever featured in one other company, and that is the currently defunct IGPW, in their one and only show, and picking up that victory, I believe, as well. So he has history with people in CAW, but he's still relatively new.
Alright, so let's see what this young man can bring to the table. But, in the meantime, oh, looks like Cody Hagen's starting a new look on him.
Yep. Yeah. That's Cody Hagen for you. A part of the currently fractured Reckless. Always looking to make a name for himself outside of Reckless
And
intent.
his opponents. First,
He's here nonetheless.
from Indianapolis,
He's here to
Indiana,
just
weighing
get his
in
victories
at
up, prove that the
228
general
pounds,
managers were wrong
the
about
Rebel,
undrafting him.
Cody Hagen.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's had a mixed bag of success as far as Apex and outside of Apex is concerned. But This is about what happens inside Apex. And a good way to get him a victory is by beating both a rookie and one of the more established wrestlers in Apex Wrestling. Even though we didn't really see too much of him at some point, but we have seen his latest attitude, and he is one of those types where, to be fair, don't fuck with him unless you want to get your ass kicked.
But Daniel Harris, unfortunately, dropping the golden persona. He was hit or miss with it, but he's looking to keep his track going as the Lion King.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a crazy. Our next two matches are going to be crazy. We have this triple threat match, and as I mentioned earlier, in the main event, non-title matchup for the fifth or sixth time. Well, I always say those two put on a damn good match, and we'll see what happens there. But that's next match. This is now, and let's see what these three men can bring to the table in this triple threat matchup with a rookie, a person that some may consider a jobber, and some that may have gained respect for some and lost some respect from others due to his career choices. All right, it's Cody Hagen. Sorry, what you were saying?
All three men have a point to prove tonight in all different ways, and one out of these three will prove it.
Yeah, right now, One Shot Kid going after Cody Hagen. What the fuck? Game glitched a little bit there, for real. Anyway, Cody actually going after Daniel Harris, but One Shot Kid's going after Cody. Hell, even Daniel Harris was going after Cody as well.
Cody is not a very much a liked person in Apex and in all of CAW.
Well, hell, the dude has been going off the deep rails as far as Anarchy is concerned. I mean, hell, he just went right after Daniel Harris when the match was starting. He just been off the deep rails with Anarchy, no matter where he goes at this point. And over with the shots to the back of Daniel Harris, his One Shot Kid, just taking it to his back. And now Harris going to work on Cody Hagen now. A nice arm drag suplex there. I know it's an arm drag. Don't get me started. And now Daniel Harris go for a power bomb to Cody Hagen. Going for the cover. And a quick on it one from Hagen. And now One Shot Kid going at the knee of Daniel Harris. And now One Shot Kid going after Cody Hagen. One Shot Kid, the least experienced out of these three men.
I'd say the most experienced when it comes to training. He has honed his craft everywhere. Whereas Hagen and Harris, I think, were just thrown into the spotlight as soon as they could. One Shot Kid, if was in their position, probably could have taken the easy way in and just went with the flow, not really wrestle or not really learn their craft as much. But One Shot Kid has learned his craft, and that's why he's here today. He has perfected his craft.
And now look at him. He's actually dominating right now. And now One Shot Kid measuring Daniel Harris. One Shot Kid got caught into a power slam by Daniel Harris.
The power!
They don't call it a power slam for nothing. And now Cody Hagen back in the ring. Going after One Shot Kid. Now he's going after Daniel Harris. And Harris throws him over the top rope.
All three of these men just don't like each other, period. This is slugfest.
Oh, damn, a nice elbow to One Shot Kid from Daniel Harris. And now One Shot Kid with a cutter going for the cover. Hagen getting in the ring, but a kick out of 2 by Daniel.
He learned that cutter from Riley Wolf, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And now Hagen with an uppercut to the back of the head. And now Hagen, what's he got in store for OSK?
Think of that on the spot.
And now Cody being a bit cocky here. OSK went for something there. And he gets hit with a knee from Daniel fucking Harris there. Holy shit, cover. Kick out of 2 though. And now Daniel Harris being the only man to be standing right now. Gets the crowd's attention with flexing his muscles. And a sling blade.
More on the match.
And he's going back to focusing as he did a sling blade to Cody. Goes to the cover. OSK though stopping it. And again flexing his muscles. This time, One Shot Kid made him pay for it. Cover. Oh, kick out at 2.9. OSK almost had it.
Wow. Nobody's ever kicked out of the Dude Buster. No one.
Oh man, the last chancery! Daniel Harris is in trouble! Cody's trying to get up! But Daniel Harris gets out of it! It looked like Daniel Harris, if he was standing any longer, Cody Hagen might have had to break it up for him just because to win the matchup. Oh, wait a minute! Oh my god, the TJP clutch! OSK clutch, I'll call it, fuck it! You know, it's probably not the official name, I don't care. I'll call it the OSK clutch. It kind of worse than the TJP clutch inside the initials. Anyway, covering a kick on it, 2.9 again, this time over Cody Hagen. Oh, and Daniel just about leveled. Oh, I want to keep saying old school Guinness for some reason. Fucking A. One Shot Kid. Cutter.
Beautiful cutter.
Cover. And One Shot Kid just about dominated.
Beautiful. Amazing debut on the side of One Shot Kid, taking out 2 men that were so close to being on top of that level, but couldn't get it done. This rookie has shown off why he is a man to be seen.
Yes, indeed. He took out 2 well-known wrestlers. He took out both Daniel Harris and Cody Hagen. But in the end, One Shot Kid got the big victory he needed, and what a way to put him on the map by beating 2 men so well known, regardless of how they are well known. And OSK very excited for this matchup, very excited about this victory, and I can't say he does not deserve it, because he did deserve this win. He put his heart, his soul, he gave everything he had, and he came out victorious.
Yep, but with all that being said, it is time for your main event of the evening.
This is a match. I cannot count how many times we've seen this match before, but we've seen this match so many times. But yet, every time we've seen it, both men have given it everything they've had. Thus far, Matt Matthews is, I believe it's either a tie or it's 2-1, 3-2. I can't fucking remember. But this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a damn good one here.
Yep. With all that being said, yeah, Lance Romance and Matt Matthews is a storied rivalry, I would say, and with something looming over them. Lance having, if he beats Matt Matthews, he definitely has to be in line for an Apex World title shot.
Well, at the same time, though, don't forget, Tamura won a number one contenders match to go for the world title. So we'll have to see what'll happen after this match.
Hey, that's for Warzone. We need some challengers on our side. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. And by our side, I mean Riley Wolf's side.
Yeah.
We are commentators for both shows.
Right.
With all that being said, let's do it!
Alright, let's go.
Making his way to the ring from Manchester, New Hampshire, weighing in at 279 pounds, Lance Roy Man.
Well, Lance Romance, he is ecstatic about this matchup, because not only is it going up against a man that he has faced multiple times before, but he's also beaten him every once in a while.
Yeah,
he's beaten
very
him
much back and forth.
Yeah, it has. So we'll see what happens here tonight. Because here's, like I said before, Lance Romance has something to prove. He is honestly one of my favorite wrestlers. But that is not to say I'm going to favorably compliment him and bullshit the fuck out of Matt Matthews. That is not going to happen. It's going to be the same old shit that we've been doing all fucking night. That's how it's going to be. But Lance Romance does want to do something. He wants to embarrass Matt Matthews. As Matthews is coming off what I believe is his biggest victory to date.
Yeah, Lance Romance coming off a big win himself, off of the GM of Ground Zero, Riley Wolf, in a Hell in a Cell, making Riley in life, being a more generous person than ever, which is shocking to say Riley Wolf a generous person, but
right.
Somehow Lance just beat the nice into him.
And his opponent from Rome, Italy, weighing in at 198 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, Matt the Maverick Matthews, champion.
Well, Matt Matthews, like I said, he is coming off what I would say is the biggest victory, the biggest win in his career, winning the Apex World Championship at Chase for the Gold. And some people believe that this man is a fluke. He did not deserve to be world champion. He doesn't even deserve to be in the world title picture. I, for one, beg to differ. Before the tournament, he's already had one loss, and that was against Danny the Bodyguard. In the tournament, he had his second loss, which was against Kurt Carter. No, he had two losses, which was against Kurt Carter as well. Then he would have a third one. I believe it was with Lance Romance, if I'm not mistaken. I could be. But now, he has actually done whatever he could to get to this point in his career. So now he has to show why he is World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, the actual criticism towards Matt Matthews is that being the protege of Lee Anderson, getting in that tournament unfairly, honestly, and getting the easier matches done quickly and earlier, so he can relax and stay up top the brackets later. I don't have any personal opinion about it. He is our world champion no matter what, and if people believe that, they need to just step in the ring with him and prove it, and Lance is here to do that.
Oh yeah, indeed. And Lance, like I said before, these two men have faced each other many times in the past, to the point to where it's not even funny. And all the matches that they've had have been in Apex Wrestling. But Matthews now... Sorry, what was you saying?
It's almost as much of a storied rivalry as Lance and Riley Wolf or Lance and James Frost. Lance is just... I would say Lance is the face of Apex Wrestling, personally. Even though he's never held the world champion, he's always been here, and he's put on quality matches every single time.
Yeah, Lance has been here since the very beginning. Some people are just upset at the fact that this rookie, this young man that just came in 6 months before in 6 months' time, he went out and he wrestled and got the world title around his waist. And now because of that, people believe that Lance Romance, is the man who should be world champion. And I agree with that. He should be world champion. But at the same time, I believe Matt Matthews has shown us why he's going to another romance bomb. Kick out it too, though. The romance bomb, but Matt Matthews kicked out it too. Matthews not really doing too good right now. But to be fair, these two men have known each other so well. These two should know each other so well. They've been in the ring against each other countless times. Oh, and a gladiator kick! Cover!
Throwing out all the moves as quick as possible.
He's doing what he can to Lance Romance. And now Matthews with the Latin lay down. Cover. Kick out it too. Yeah, he tried
a lot more than that to get Lance Romance.
Honestly, Matthews made a mistake. He went for those finishers, honestly, I would say a bit too quickly, a bit too early. But now he's going to go for a submission hold. Inverted figure 4 leg lock. Lance is in trouble. Oh, but fucking Lance Romance. I don't know why I keep fucking names up tonight. I must be on something that I don't even know. I must have been drugged or something. I don't even know what's going on. But either way, Matthews thrown over the top rope, and Lance doing what he does best, and that is when he's not wrestling, he's showing off.
I mean, how could you not? Look at the size of Lance Romance. There's a reason I call him the face. Not because he's put on 5-star match after 5-star match, but look at the guy. He is the definition of beef.
Well, you're not wrong, but sometimes you don't want to. But you're not wrong. Okay, I will admit that you are not wrong. However, muscle mass is not everything. Sure, it gives you the strength and possibly the speed. The referee. Oh, wait a minute. What the fuck? What's the ref's count at? Ref's on a count of 8. They need to get back in the ring right now. Ref's on a count of 9. Lance Stone's getting back in the ring just before the 10 count is made. And almost inadvertently gave himself the loss. And Matt Matthews a count out victory.
I think Lance is way too smart to do that. And Matthews, I think if it was in the same predicament, wouldn't be that stupid either.
Oh, I know they wouldn't. But you gotta watch the referees. You gotta watch the referee as well as your opponent when you're out of the ring, because you don't want to get yourself inadvertently counted out. Whether you intentionally do it or not, you don't want to get yourself counted out, because that's going to be a loss in your favor anyway.
That air raid crash, you know what that means. That's always a prelude to you know what.
Yep, and Matthews might be out If he hits it, wait a minute! Matthews caught him! Matthews caught the leg! And now Matthews with a stretch submission hold. But Lance gets out of it. Jaw jacker. Matthews now. What is he doing? Going top rope, are you kidding me?
No way.
Oh! Misses the elbow drop barely, but Lance is still down. Elbow to the stomach, elbow to the gut of Matthews. And now Romance gonna go for it. Romance bomb.
Romance bomb!
That might have done it for Matthews' cover. And Lance Romance has beaten the world champion.
What does this mean for the future of the Apex World Championship? What is this gonna mean?
Wow, Lance Romance beating the world champion. Honestly, this was not Matthews' best night. I think the fact that he was world champion got into his head a little bit, to the point to where he was not focused tonight. That's probably what cost him this match. But, you're right, what does this mean for Lance Romance as far as the World Championship goes?
I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm not the general manager, so we're just going to have to wait and see what both general managers and the owner has to say about this insane loss. Our world champion has lost in a non-title match.
Yeah, I think what I said is just as good, because if you noticed, compared to how he's been wrestling, Matthews wasn't doing all that well tonight. I believe that Matthews still having that world title victory in his head is what cost him the match, because he and Lance Romance have gone toe-to-toe with each other. This has been the most one-sided fight these two have had I have ever seen. But
maybe
continue.
what you said before, unfortunately, is right. Maybe his world championship win was a fluke. Maybe he was.
I didn't say it was a fluke. No, listen. Listen, I did not say it was a fluke. I'm saying he's trying to prove that it was not a fluke.
And unfortunately, he didn't tonight. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens.
Hopefully we don't get another Dylan Travis in this fucker. Anyway. I just burned Dylan Travis and I don't really care. Hopefully the boss don't fire me for it though. Anyway, getting off topic. That is going to do it for us here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Forrest Walpole, commentator for Apex Wrestling. He is Tony Sparacio. I hope I said that right, the last name, right?
You did.
Okay.
Yes, you did.
He is Tony Sparacio. And we're going to call it a day here in Tucson, Arizona. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, this is Forrest Walpole, Tony Sparacio, signing off.